First, at the Cardano Summit, come October, a little challenge. We're going to try to get this done. So nobody's going to sleep. Because I like our Cardano Summit friends over in Dubai. Big and beautiful conference there. We're going to have a death match. People fight each other in Doom. We'll find a way to make it happen. Whoever wins gets $100,000 in USDM. How about that? Yeah, that's how we get to that 30,000 players. Why? Because we want to showcase the power of this. And that's just one of several concurrent scalability things that we've been looking at.
Big breaking news here for the Cardano community. We've just got the announcement from IOG that there's now officially 100,000 USDM up for grabs for playing a Doom running on Hydra. Now, if you've missed this, we saw an early tease taking place at Rare Evo back around August. It's really crazy how quickly time flies. But as a part of today's brief update, we're getting the who, what, where, and how from the horse's mouth itself, which is an interesting play on words because this person is a horse lover, Trym Brusette. Without any further ado, let me bring him up. Trym, it's good to see you. I didn't even plan that joke. It just came out naturally. So don't take offense, but welcome up.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. I have a bunch of horses. For those who don't know, I've actually bred horses as well. It's I'm a stunt rider on the side. It's what I do when I'm not doing Cardano stuff, which is not a lot of time.
Yeah, no, I could imagine. I don't know where you find the time to do anything else outside of Cardano. I know for me as a creator, it's been a crazy last 2.5 weeks here. Views are up, engagement is up, and then of course price is also up. Now, I didn't bring you here to talk about price. However, we are talking about $100,000 currently up for grabs when it comes to the first ever multiplayer tournament for Doom running on Hydra. So for anybody who hasn't heard of you before, who's seeing you for the first time, because there are new viewers here and subscribers on the channel, let's get just a little bit of background about who you are and what you do, and then let's dive into some of the core details about this recent announcement.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Trym. I'm a product manager at IOG, or Input Output. I've worked recently on a little project called Hydra Doom. You may have heard of it. As you mentioned, we launched that at Rare Evo earlier this year. It's essentially running the video game Doom on Hydra. So every single frame of the game is a smart contract transaction that gets submitted into the Hydra head. And it's basically a tech demo that we took way too far, and it's been a wild ride. It's been a lot of fun. So the previous demo that we did, we showed in Las Vegas. We also showed it at Token 2049 in Singapore, and then again in Argentina at one of the satellite events for the Cardano Summit. And we've also seen other people, well, Adam Dean, actually pick this up and show it at external events as well. And I do believe that someone else is spinning it up for a get-together in Australia, which is really cool. So it's, finding sort of a life of its own in the ecosystem, which I love to see. But what I'm here to talk about today is even cooler. We're taking it even further. As you mentioned, there's going to be a big prize. So what we're doing is we're taking the initial demo that we did at Rare Evo, which was basically to demo the tech. Pretty simple, straightforward, single player, just a regular shareware version of Doom. And we tried to push it a little bit during Rare Evo, but we could only get so far. I think we got to around 7,500 TPS or thereabouts when people were playing sort of organically. But we did pass 100 million transactions in 3 days. Which was, quite an accomplishment, because it's more than the entire history of the Cardano mainnet, which was kind of fun. This time, though, we're adding multiplayer. We are structuring a tournament around it, but sort of the actual core of this, the point of this, is really to limit test the Hydra technology. So last time we ran with what we call offline heads, which means that it's not really connected to the blockchain itself. This time we're doing it on mainnet. So, this is going to be an absolutely insane way to limit test the technology. And we're sort of wrapping a tournament around it. So there's going to be 100,000 USDM prize money or a prize pool that's up for grabs. It's not just for the winners of the entire tournament. There's some participation awards as well for people that are able to reach certain achievements in the game during the qualifier. But the tournament structure itself, it's comprised of 3 sort of separate parts. We have a limited time window qualifier that's going to be playing out on December 3rd. We're going to have around 2 hours or so where people can come in and play. The reason we're doing this limited time window is so that we can get as many people playing at the same time as possible to really see how far we can push the tech. So that's kind of how we do it, because if we have too much time, people are just going to casually come and go, and we're not really going to see how far we can push it. The qualifier is going to be players versus bots. So you're going to be playing versus an AI. We're not really an AI project, so the actual intelligence of this thing isn't going to be super impressive or anything, right? It's going to be reasonably straightforward to play against, but it's really just to crank up the throughput of the system and see how far we can push it with user-initiated data. So every single head is going to have a user in it and a bunch of bots that they play against. You're going to play against the bots. And that's we're going to set some reasonably simple qualifier criteria. We're sort of ironing out the exact details of that at the moment. And after that, you're going to play player versus player. So you're going to select the region in the world that's closest to you, and you're going to be able to be matched against people and play, PvP matches, deathmatch. And by doing that over a period after that, you can rise in the ranks. And at the end of that, we're going to select, the people at the top of the ranks at the end of the ranking period. And the winners, we're going to, first, do the sort of checking people that, they're not from a restricted region or anything like that. But assuming everything is well, we're going to invite you to an in-person finale. The in-person finale is probably going to be in Las Vegas. We have a really, really cool event that is booked. We're just sort of signing all of the papers and getting the last remaining details sorted out there. It's going to be the week of the 20th to 25th. And it's going to be an absolutely amazing event. I think people are going to be blown away by it. And at the end, so for those of you who don't know, competitive gaming, usually when there's prizes involved, you play the game. You wrap up the match, everything, you get like a big paper check or something on stage, and it's a bit of fun, but the actual money takes a while until you actually receive it. In this case, since the game is being run inside of a Hydra head and sort of on chain, when the game is over, the results are in. So as soon as we close down the Hydra head, the USDM is going to be sent to the winners and settled on chain. So, this happens immediately after the game. So while the players are still, shaking hands or whatever on stage, the actual prize money is going to be distributed. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a quite impressive showcase of the tech that I'm really looking forward to. Now, if you're interested in the tournament, we have a email sign up where you can get a little bit more information and notification when things are starting to happen. If you visit doom.hydra.family, that's the URL for signing up for the email. There you go. This is also the site where we're going to be actually hosting the tournament. So, on the December 3rd, we're just going to replace this page with, the actual sort of Hydra Doom tournament site, and you're going to be able to play there. In addition to this, though, because the original Doom map, it's really cool, but it's not really conducive to deathmatch multiplayer. The sort of paths aren't exactly what you want, and there are a couple of other things as well. So what we're doing is we're creating a custom map for this. We're creating what I'm calling Cardano.wad. WAD is the file format, for Doom maps. And we're putting a bunch of things in there, like, fun little Easter eggs, all kinds of different things. We're putting, logos on walls. We're replacing weapons and monsters. The skybox has, a big Hydra logo on it and a bunch of fun things. And we really want the community to have their input on this. So this is basically your chance to literally put your project on the map, the Cardano map, for the Hydra Doom tournament. And for people who haven't been, haven't done Doom modding before, it's really not that hard. It's really, once you get into it, it's really fun, and it's so rewarding to just take some assets out of the game, redraw them, change some colors, move some things around, put them back into the game, and then you can play the game with this thing that you made. And not only that, but during the tournament, everyone's going to play on that map. So we're going to get a lot of people from outside of the Cardano ecosystem playing this. And it's a really good opportunity to sort of, show what we're all about. So if you want to get involved with that, we're going to put all of the links for how to do things, how to submit all of this stuff in the description below. And I'm, invite everyone to participate. The caveat to this, we don't have a lot of time. December 3rd, it's, well, not that long left. So hopefully, it leaves a little bit of time, but making the custom assets, like once you get into it, it takes a couple of minutes to change the sprite once you get everything set up. So if you have like an hour and a half, or like an evening, you want to get a glass of whiskey, put on some metal music, have a little bit of fun with it. That's really how I sort of recommend approaching it. It can be a lot of fun. Although if you want to do something a little bit more ambitious, like replacing a monster where you need to have like animation frames and like render from different angles and everything, go nuts, have fun with it. This is a really cool opportunity that I'm happy to bring to the ecosystem, and I'm super pumped about this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone participate. Keep in mind that this is underneath the hood, underneath all of the sort of flashiness. This is really about limit testing Hydra on mainnet. Like, it's a crazy opportunity, and it's just, we're dressing it in this really fun thing that will get people, other people, to come in and participate as well. There's no requirements to join during the qualifier. You don't have to have a wallet. You don't have to really have anything. You can just like open up a browser, visit the site, and take it from there. So it's a very low barrier of entry. I invite everyone to come play. Invite everyone to come and play, and sort of let's see how far we can push this.
Trym, I don't know who gave you media training, but they've done a really good job. It's so funny because I can see how you're thinking and exactly what you wanted to say in a couple of instances, but you caught yourself. So kudos to you. You were already a wonderful speaker before coming, before joining IOG, and somebody has definitely been coaching you. I can definitely sense and feel it. No, I just want to say thank you. No,
well,
this was mine. Go ahead.
Speaking of media training, one thing that I'm not going to forget this time.
Yeah.
Huge, absolutely astronomical, all caps, blinking red letters at the middle of the screen. Thank you to Sunday Labs and the team that's actually helping make this happen, right? They're the, with the Hydra team that actually built the technology that we're using, they are the real heroes in the story. I'm just, the guy that gets to shout about it and like make a lot of noise. But they have been doing a phenomenal job. Adam Dean, Sam Leathers from the IO team, the Hydra team, Sunday Labs, Joshua from JPEG Store, and a bunch of people that have been sort of tangentially involved as well. I know that Sunday Labs have been working with TX Pipe on this to get everything sort of set up. Like, it's not trivial doing this kind of thing on mainnet with this sort of timeline. So they're doing an amazing job. So yeah, all kudos goes to them.
No, thank you for the recognition. I know that they definitely appreciate it. And I want to just quickly take an opportunity as we get ready to wind things down here, just to remind the viewers, first off, this is just the teaser, right? So I'll be sitting down again with Trym for a deep dive into all of the nuance. We'll potentially be planning out a live stream here for anybody who's interested in actually learning how to build and take advantage of those custom features that he mentioned. Now, that aside, I think from a exposure perspective, we have Zen Charles, as I like to call him now, who's sort of come back renewed, right? He's extremely happy and positive and outgoing again. And he's invited so many communities. Exactly. And so like, I think that this is a huge, huge opportunity to expose people that maybe didn't understand what was actually going on in Cardano, or just have historically fudded Cardano about transactions and throughput. So I think that this is huge, but I know that you and I, including Pi from Sunday Labs, were able to sit down not too long ago in Rare Evo. I'll leave the link to that particular video down below for the viewers here, because that does, I think, a really good job of breaking down the tech, talking about some of the issues and exactly how you guys are able to overcome and deliver on such short term or such short notice. And what's amazing is out of that particular event is when we actually heard Charles mentioning the $100,000 up for grabs for the multiplayer tournament. Now, that was supposed to happen at the Cardano Summit, but that was about a month ago. I think we'll let that slide. I know how development works, and I know that you definitely understand how development and timelines work. But just wanted to say congrats. again, looking forward to getting you back here on the channel. And I'll be leaving the links to everything that you've mentioned down below for the viewers. If you guys are interested in finding out more about how to get involved in this particular tournament, check out that description. Make sure to check out the official website. I'll leave the links down there as well. And I'm definitely going to be joining. So I don't know about you, Trym, but I look forward to hopefully seeing you there on, I don't want to, is it a playing field? What do you call it? You know, but I want to see.
I like to call it an arena. It's well, you know, if we do stream maybe tomorrow or something, I really want to show off, you know, the base that we have. You know, it's not the final map because, you know, we're really looking to get some submissions from the ecosystem, but we put something fun in there already. It's we have a bunch of Easter eggs, little, you know, teasers and fun things here and there. So I'm really looking forward to sort of show that off. But it's I think of it as a battle arena.
There we go. I'll see you on the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll be joining us, just be careful because I've been practicing. I'll be honest, I've been practicing. So
that's good. You need it.
I'm looking forward to it. But at the end of the day, this is actually about stress testing Cardano, right? So while the money is great, I think what's even more important is showcasing the scalability and all the developments that you and the entire Hydra team have been working on. So Trym, I want to say thank you for joining me here for this brief intro. Again, we'll be following up here very, very soon to break down exactly how the community can get involved. But that'll do it here for today's brief update. As always, for you, the viewer watching at home, if you found any portion of this particular update to be helpful or insightful, please, number one, make sure to smash that thumbs up. Number two, if it's your first time stopping by and you want more content like this, breaking down everything going on in Cardano, consider subscribing to the channel. And then number three, please give Trym a follow. His X is linked down below, but then also make sure to follow the official IOG team for all of these timely news updates. Last but not least, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, leave those down below. That said, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video.